Coach, 7-6 overtime loss after a perfect road trip. Do you just forget about this and move on to Tuesday?
Well, I don't want to forget about this. We just got a big point against a huge opponent. After a back-to-back, a tough week. You look at things with perspective. We got 7 points out of 8 in our last 4 games, which were against really tough opponents. And this game is included in those 4 games where we did a lot of good things. And so it's those both teams are tired on a back-to-back, but both teams have character. Both teams have pushed back, and that's what we did all game. We pushed, they pushed, we pushed, they pushed, and it was a game of mistakes. You got a high-scoring game like you saw Pittsburgh and Washington. That's uncharacteristic of 2 teams that don't give much usually, but that's what those games are. I mean, those guys they're not machines, they're human beings, and on travel days and back-to-backs, you're going to make some mistakes and they're going to cost, and both teams were making a few mistakes here and there, and they were costly, and in the end it's a tie game. The overtime it ends up we make a mistake and they score on it. So that's what this game is. So I'm certainly not going to push this game aside. It's the opposite. I think our players before the week, if you would have told them they would have won the game and got another point against Columbus, certainly would have taken it, and we're taking it absolutely. So we're doing a lot of good things and a lot of goals. I like a lot of shots to the net and guys at the net, and that's getting much and much better. So power play again comes up big at the end of the game, just like yesterday. So a lot of good things.
Can you take us through the process of mixing your fourth line into the rest of the lineup?
Yeah, I've been doing that the last 3 games. So it's given us some depth, and we're going to keep on doing that.
And tough result for Mike Connon. He's been so great for you, but tough result.
Yeah, no, I think, of course, that goal there, it goes over his glove and he touches it, but you saw the team wanted to rally behind him, and we got the goal back, and I think that's what he deserved. You look at yesterday, again, we wanted to come back, and we did. And I just, for me, it's clear this group is extremely resilient, and it's showing it game in, game out, and today was another one of those days.
Coach, un total de 13 buts dans tout le match ce soir. Pour les parties assez plus plaisant à regarder, mais pour un entraîneur, ça va être un peu plus difficile. Juste nous donner vos opinions sur le match de ce soir.
Un peu plus difficile, oui et non, parce que la vérité, c'est que, regarde, les 2 équipes, c'est deux équipes qui vont très bien de ce temps-là. Columbus vont très bien depuis longtemps. C'est dans les 2 meilleurs de la Ligue en ce moment. Quand tu joues autant de matchs que ça, puis tu voyages, regarde, moi, j'ai pas joué, là, puis je suis fatigué, là. C'est très dur. Puis d'arriver aujourd'hui, puis de donner tout ce que tu as, je pense que j'ai beaucoup de je pense que nos joueurs sont dans une position en ce moment où on s'aperçoit qu'on est capable de rivaliser avec les meilleures équipes. Et ça, c'est une équipe extraordinaire depuis le début de l'année. Alors, d'être capable d'aller chercher ce point-là encore contre eux, d'avoir gagné chez eux, c'est un superbe accomplissement, surtout quand on regarde la semaine de fou qu'on avait. Quand tu as 7 points sur 8, là, c'est énorme.
Vous venez juste de parler de la fatigue. À quel point votre voyage, là, eux, ils viennent juste de jouer un 2e match en 2 matchs, vous venez juste de jouer un 2e match en 2 matchs, votre voyage, à quel point est-ce que ça a joué tout ça, toute cette fatigue-là, jusqu'à avoir 13 buts dans un match?
C'est exactement ça que ça donne. La Ligue nationale, là, le moindrement que tu es 1 ou 2% off, c'est ça que ça donne. Il te manque un pouce ici, puis là, t'es juste pas à bonne place, fais une petite erreur là, puis c'est coûteux parce que t'es pas aussi sharp que d'habitude. Mais quand les 2 clubs sont égales comme ça, ça égalise les choses. Puis ce soir, regarde, ça peut pas être plus égal que ça, c'est 6-6. Fait que je pense qu'évidemment, on veut pas donner 6 buts, mais je veux pas non plus cracher sur ce que nos joueurs font, puis les efforts qu'ils ont mis depuis le début, là, ils ont tout donné ce qu'il y avait à soir. Alors, est-ce que tout le monde est de jouer parfaitement? C'est sûr que non. Mais je ne m'attendais pas à avoir un match parfait aujourd'hui. Je le vois bien en face de nos joueurs, puis c'est la même chose de l'autre côté. Alors, d'être capable de marquer 6 buts, premièrement, c'est déjà une progression dans notre offensive. D'avoir autant de joueurs au filet, d'avoir des lancers. On a essayé 50 tentatives, eux autres 37. On a 34 lancés contre une des meilleures équipes de la Ligue. Alors, je pense qu'on progresse dans ce sens-là. Mais on a fait quelques petites erreurs défensives évidemment qu'on veut éviter, mais en temps normal, on les évite. Alors, je pense que c'est à moi d'avoir la tête froide puis d'évaluer ça avec perspective.
Early in the year, a lot of your supporting scorers weren't scoring the last, I guess, 3 weeks, month, you've been getting production from Hockey, Stone, all of those guys, Ryan. Is that something that patience you have to have, thinking it's going to come from those guys?
Well, 100%. I've been saying it since the beginning. You know, when you put your focus on knowing how to defend individually and collectively, that takes energy, it takes time. By the time you figure out how to do that and get your offense at the same time in a new way of playing, it's not something that's easy to do. And when you get guys miss camp, and some guys don't, then you get a different progression and adaptation from every player. You look at Turry, hasn't missed anything. He's having his best season. So, I mean, he hasn't really started slow, or he just kept his pace. And you look at Hoffman, he's a great power play guy, and it took me time to put him in the right place, so that's partly my fault, but you can see he's doing really well. I mean, Stone missed the beginning, like I said, so we knew it's going to take some time. So, different guys, and Brass had, at the beginning, a bit of trouble adapting and trying to please everybody and fitting, but now he's playing terrific. The line's doing good. Smith is, 11 goals now, I think, so he's on pace for another really good season. So everybody's right now, and I think Bobby, last 4 games, 5 maybe tonight, had really good games, and you can see that. So everybody's figured out how we play. So there's less thinking. Because there's less thinking, guys are acting, and they have more of a free mind, which is a normal process. So yeah, I was expecting that, to be honest with you. But the process needed to go through what we needed to go through to get to where we are right now, and that's why we're hard to beat every night, because it's hard to get through us, and now that it's hard to get through us, our mind is more free to be able to attack when it's time and defend when it's time. Absolutely.
On a parlé un petit peu de ton coupe de match, tu jonques, t'es beaucoup, t'insères laser, on va se une passe.
Ouais, ben écoute, c'est parce que notre 4e ligne a manqué de chimie. Je pense que tout le monde se demandait qu'est-ce que je faisais de mettre Hoffman avec Pajot, Payet. Je pense qu'il n'y a plus personne qui se demande ça. C'est une ligne qui est une de nos meilleures, peut-être notre meilleure dans les X derniers matchs. Ces 3 lignes-là ont réussi maintenant à avoir beaucoup de chimie. Puis notre 4e a plus de difficulté à atteindre sa chimie. Donc là, ce que je fais, c'est que je fais des mix comme ça. Bon, on est capable de donner de la glace aux joueurs, puis de continuer à avoir... parce que tu sais, on peut pas jouer à 3 lignes, là, puis nos gars de 4e ligne en ce moment, ensemble, ça cliquait moins. Alors j'ai essayé de jongler pour essayer de créer de la chimie avec d'autres joueurs et plus de profondeur. Ça nous donne plus de profondeur, puis ça nous a aidé à gagner le dernier match, puis d'aller chercher un point ce soir, absolument.
I'm assuming a day off tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Rest, this is your rest.
Yeah, the rest is a weapon, absolutely. I think it would be wrong for me to expect our players to come tomorrow and, we lost this game and we got to go on the ice. I mean, they gave everything they got this week, and we got a pretty difficult opponent coming on Tuesday again. So it's game in, game out that we meet those really tough opponents after a long road trip. And everybody knows, we always say after a trip, the first game is hard. Well, this was our first game, and it was a back-to-back against a top team, and so we need the energy to be able to sustain our efforts through 60 minutes for the game against Washington, which we haven't beaten yet. I mean, it's probably, if I'm not mistaken, the only top team we haven't beaten yet. Everybody else we were able to beat at some point or another. So it's a great challenge, absolutely. So we need energy for that.